What's up? We are back with Bird TV. My babies, y'all know who it is. Jazzy No Nonsense, the poet. We've been kicking it. I'm talking about we've been kicking some real stuff with the author of The Real Deal with Selena Turner. We got her in the building tonight. You know what I'm saying? And it's been we've been dropping gems. She's been dropping all kind of real authentic stuff. Oh, you know, testimonial stuff. And we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep on ripping it about The Real Deal. We want to let y'all know y'all go get that book on Amazon Prime right now. We talking about it, but y'all can be about it.
Books,
go
Selena Turner.
That's
books.
right.
You gotta look up books, Selena Turner.
Okay, that's how you find it. Book Selena Turner. All right, now so let's go. So let's get back to where we were at.
Okay.
Which was let's do a recap. We're gonna do a recap. So we got a recap. Selena was born and her parents were first cousins.
Correct.
Correct.
And so she found that out when she was 12 years old. She had to deal with that. And then as she was dealing with that, you know, it brought some, you know, self-esteem issues, she said, some mental issues, and it got her off into a whole nother lane of, you know, trying to cover up that pain. You know what I'm saying? And then she met a guy named Walt.
Oh, what was his name?
Black Walt.
Was he a sexy motherfucker?
To me? That's what. To me, I thought, you know,
Hey, look,
that
that's what she said. She said that her and her cousin was going to the store.
Yeah.
He pulled up in that Shaw car.
Mm-hmm.
He got out slamming it real nice.
That's right.
She said she cannot take her eyes up off of him.
I can't take my eyes off.
She said she's
style.
like a spy.
Right.
Mm-hmm. He didn't even see me sing, and that's what you just said. A lot of people don't know their kids, their young kids. You know, the aggressive one was me.
Right, and when they
You
leave
know?
from
You were
home,
the aggressor.
when they
Yeah,
leave,
I would be the
when the
aggressor.
kids leave from home,
You don't know what they
you don't
doing
know
out
what
there.
they getting into.
That's true.
And you know what? And this is what I love about her. She's not ashamed that she was messing with a guy in his 30s because it made her who she are today. And if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And I don't think she fell for anything. I think she finna gain, she finna prosper, and she finna do good. So all y'all on the other end, don't be calling me talking about, you know, because you already know I don't get on like that. I don't listen because I'm a part of the streets and I know how shit went. If you was in your 20s and you seen a bad motherfucker 15, I didn't do it. But if you seen motherfucker 15, 16, they was like, girl, call me later, beat me up later. Beeper was popping too. You hear that beep going beep, beep, beep. She called from somebody else's phone. She didn't do it from the house. She went down the street and called, girl, where your mom and them at? Oh, she going to base, you know, the basement phone there, and she'd beep him up from the base, a grown man from the base. He'd call back.
Yeah, the same thing going on. It's just, you know, it's going on today. That's why.
Walk up the street. I'm gonna pick you up on the side of the store, or walk up there at McDonald's. That's how shit went. Some mothers was granted with it. Some mothers was giving their child away. Girl, look, that nigga got that bankroll. Tell him I want me 4 pair of gym shoes. That nigga was getting that money. He gonna make sure everybody in the house is tight. So I'm not just sitting up here just lying about how the stuff was in the 80s. I'm telling you how it was in the 80s.
It was like
You know,
that.
it was party. And I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna get back to you. If anybody knew about the scene in the dance show, who you think was picking up them little hoochie moms at the spots? It wasn't the mama and granddaddy. It was the niggas in the street getting that money. You know what I'm saying? All them boys is pulling up at the spot.
You keeping it real.
Jumping out the Jeeps and the Pontiac 6000, BMW. Come on, man. I could tell a story on that end. I ain't coming up for these niggas. I was in it and I knew what was happening.
Yeah.
I got a homeboy. He had got this girl when she was 14, mother life, and what was shit? Back then, what was it? Welfare really popping there? What kind of cereal was welfare giving out there?
Oh.
Whatever it was.
King Vitamin.
She wanted that few extra dollars because he would take care of her.
Well, it's all right, King.
Okay, now let's get back to let's get back to
Okay, well, we keeping it real.
keeping
but,
it real, right?
My mother and them, they didn't do it like that. But I had a sneak, and Walt was sneaking, and he was, you read the book, and he was embarrassed at the same time because his nephew did come around and brought him to the house, but I told him like this. I'm gonna be outside, because I don't want them to act like I'm talking to you, because
Right.
he was younger than me.
Right.
They probably think it was the father.
Right.
So I'm really thinking, maybe 20 some years old. You got to remember, I'm 17 years old. Be
17.
careful with your 17, broken, hurt, because I have been molested also. This, I'm gonna keep it real on this. And he come around. He thinking he's gonna meet a grown girl. He never knew that he would be meeting a 17-year-old.
Wow.
Bling.
And once he come around and he seen me, and I come outside, I seen him come. He said, "Man,"
she's so happy looking at her.
He said, "Man, you must be crazy."
Wow.
And he turned around, going back to the car. I said, No, I'm grown. And that's what I want people to know, that us young girls back then and today, we
always do some extra numbers on.
we pursuing these older men at 17 and 18 years old. And I gave him my number, and he acted like he was gonna tear it up. And I think he gave me his number, and he acted like he was gonna tear it up, but he didn't tear it up.
You called.
Yeah, because he kept looking back. No. But yeah.
He went through it.
Yeah,
He went through it. He went through it.
Once
Temptation was too much.
It was too much.
It was too much.
Once he went through with it,
It was over with.
It was over with.
Okay, so now I'm finna get into some more deep stuff.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go to the story.
When you was in school, that ring he bought you, they salary wasn't even that much. Because they was on you like, dang, is that ring real? Yeah, it's real.
Yeah.
And the teachers didn't like that.
No. Because I can't tell everything how my mother and them, it's in the book.
Right.
How my mother and them found out. But me and Walt was married in 4 months. About 4 months.
Of knowing each other.
Yeah. And
wow.
I believe he was in a relationship. But, a lot of people blame the young girl. I was naive a little bit. I was pretending to know what was happening. But I really was just a young girl.
Right.
Faking the funk. Could be very sexual, but can I really handle who Walt was? Because, back then, these men were pimps back in the day.
Right.
And, drug dealers.
Right.
So Walter 32 and I'm 17 years old, but we married at 18, my birthday, and I go back to school after we get married. I done been to Vegas, went back to school, and moving to a house in Southfield on Alta Vista, $125,000 house back then in 1983.
So let's go to all right, we understand that you done got with an older man. Now you is living a life. You got diamonds, pearls, houses, cars.
That's true.
That's true.
That's very true.
It's like great. It's like groovy. So let's hit the point.
Okay.
When reality kicked in.
Okay, and who was Black Walt?
Right, and who was that? And when you found out really what was really going on, and how your life really started evolving from knowing what was really going on.
Right.
So how did you maneuver? Becoming from a young girl to a grown woman in this relationship.
Okay, and I want to say this to people. This is very important because let me keep it real.
Keep it real.
when you marry someone or get with a relationship, if you don't know the background of what somebody been through, then you have a problem. Because I was a problem, as I guess so was he, because he in the street world. Because I'm a girl that been molested,
Mm-hmm.
a girl that found out that her mother and father were first cousins.
Mm-hmm.
So this is devastating to me. So I have to have some kind of issues going on. Now I'm with an older man, and I'm with this older man, 32, married in the 12th grade, going back to the 12th grade with a baller. Let's say not a baller, a boss. He wasn't a gangster, he was a boss. He was a sharp dude. He was a getting money guy. And I mean getting money. And where did I see this from? I seen this at my father's house. And so I want to say this. Now I have issues, and now I have more issues, because now it's time to grow up, because now you done.
Stepped into a grown man's world.
That's right.
Now you gotta stand into it.
Now
I'm
you
kind of
gotta
getting a
stand
little
up in
choked
it.
up.
Right.
You know, it
gotta
was too
stand up in it.
much. It was too much, really, for a young girl, 18 years old in 12th grade. But this is my fault, too, because I put myself in these situations.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, I gotta, be real
So
now.
you ain't taking all. You
Right.
ain't gonna just put all the weight on him.
Oh,
course
no.
not.
You selling.
No.
That's
Yeah,
understandable.
you know,
And a
because.
lot of women don't do that. That's why a lot of our brothers in penitentiary, because, like she said, she wasn't just on throw all the weight on him. She taking her responsibility
Right.
of the situation back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I like about her. She's not up here just making something up to make people look at it. She telling the story from the real deal.
This is the real deal, and I'm gonna keep it real. You know, I'm a little choked up a little bit, and
And I want to tell you, man, like we done had some everybody on this show, and I want to tell you, for you to come on here and talk about this topic, a lot of people are tuning into this.
yeah,
Because people we want to know. And this where they'll start at from your childhood. What was her mother and father? Until they really get into it. And then if they go by the book gonna open you up for real deal. So
yeah.
she here to talk about her life,
Mm-hmm.
everything she done been through, from the traveling, from buying the houses, from
Well,
buying the clothes, the shoes,
mm-hmm.
having 17, 1800 in her purse as a young
No, it's
lady.
more than that.
And I'm just, they don't need it all. Right now.
Yeah, but I'm
Know,
keeping it real. But yeah, it was like that.
you
And,
know,
to have a young girl that was a nice looking young girl
Mm-hmm.
on a man's shoulder like that, what really got the bossing up. And I'm just gonna keep it real. I mean, he really out there bossing up, because he was a boss, and he put a lot of people on. And Perry, I can name names. He was cool with William. I'm just throwing it out because this is what it was. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
He put a lot of people on, and I'm not gonna lie. In high school, people was graduating, and they was coming with us to
Send a
on
shout
this
out to Perry too.
street life.
Salute Perry.
Yeah, slow. Yeah, we Perry. Perry.
So let's get back. Let's get back. Like, let's tell the people another pivotal point, in your story. Let's move up to something that's, we want to give them a little more insight once you got older in the game, once you probably got 21. Because how long was y'all together?
Oh, 10. We was actually married legally for 10 years.
10 years.
So at 21, I'm still married. I have kids. Two daughters I had by one, and I was the first. Walt never had kids before, so I was the Tasha and Toya. I don't want to put them too much in my, but I had two kids by one. And that was his first kids, and there was abuse going on in the relationship. And was all in with Walter, and You know, he has told me, as long as I'm with you, I will always have somebody else. Now, remember what I said.
Wow.
He told me this now. And what young people try to do, or any relationship, they try to change the man thinking he going to change because he with this young girl, he going to change. But at the end, you know, he told me that long as I'm with you, I'm going to always have others. So, you know, and he was in love with me in his way. Not the way I wanted him to be at the time, but in his way. So that's devastating to me when I was all in at the beginning, because I was a little different from a lot of other women back then.
Mhm. So he already told you from the get go. Look, you a young woman. I don't care how beautiful. I don't care this and that. I'm gonna have some more women.
Yeah.
And you gonna accept that, and we gonna do
I'll
whatever.
never leave you. You my Benny Bang.
And
I
then
love you to death and all that. And I was in
Beanie
love.
Bang, that's a hell of
Benny
a
Bang.
name. That
Benny
Beanie
Bang,
Bang.
because they called me lame.
mm-hmm.
I was lame.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, you know, young and you know, still he gonna change, but at the end it changed you. Now Walt had legal business. Now Walt making big money. We gonna you know Walt is a dresser. I'll say one of the baddest dressers. And Walt is not a gangster. Walt is a boss that had other people making money, because we was meeting people all in Jamaica and off Miami, Florida, Columbia's and stuff like this, and he would put me up on them because I was nice looking girl, put these dresses on me, and I bring them to the table and we get connects.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a lot. You know,
Right.
just not that. You have to see that when the movie come out. But yeah.
So you young, and you over here being a like a liaison in this world. You know, you getting deals for him because you know that's what they do. You got the trophy wife. You got
Right
the
now,
trophy wife.
sexual deals.
No,
Not
no, no,
right.
I know. I ain't saying that. I ain't
Right.
saying. I'm saying, but you there to smooth and calm everybody down. You know how they. Hey, she got. Hey,
Yeah.
you know that's how it is when you got a beautiful woman on your side. You know, I'm gonna bring
And
her.
then he had
You know, I'm
deals
gonna look
come.
better. I'm gonna make me look better.
And I can remember when we went to Miami, we ended up getting a house. I only not lived on Alta Vista at a young age. We had a home in Miami off the water.
Wow.
And I remember, you know, the connects from a guy named Turner. I think Turner's still locked up. It's been many years. He might have had life. He was the Jamaican, had a king father over there. And that was a big connect that Walt got up on and started making all kind of money. I'm just gonna keep it real. And he ended up getting a factory over in Jamaica, a underwear business.
Wow.
And but it's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Women,
Mm-hmm.
and when you're young, women, and it's the fast life.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we want to say. This not the right life. This the fast life, a rush, money, and problems, and it comes with a lot of chaos.
Wow, that's deep.
Right, right.
And you know, I'm letting her tell her story because this is something that she wanted to do. I will jump in when it's necessary, but I want her to really push it out her chest to talk about whatever she want to talk about because that's why I call it bird talk. So if you don't talk it, walk it, talk it, breathe it, go to sleep, come back, and we'll do it all over again. I might hit me a blunt today. I think I might. I might.
Ah, yeah, right.
He just
Not with me.
He don't
But
do
you
that.
know, I'm just saying.
We don't, me or him. Jazzy don't either.
Right.
And look, this. But look, we here to talk about the real deal, and she doing good at it. I'm still listening. Come on. Let's rock.
Okay, and I just want them to know, that I can't say all the names. I had a lot of girlfriends out there, was getting money with guys, what they men get, or they were getting money. And I had Walt was an older guy, so he had like his crew.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even Big 50 got him have him in her first book as a boss, you know, with a blindfold. And so this thing, you know, it got big to be a young girl before 21 living on Autumn Vista, a paid home, and to be living in Miami, going to Miami off the beach at the same time to her other home. But what's really going on, I call it the hell home, because people never know what's going on. You could ride past things and think it look beautiful, but you never know what's going on inside. A lot of chaos.
Right.
A lot of chaos. And
so tell us what some of the stuff that you had to deal with being with a man like Walt. You know, you already said that you got to deal with other women. So let's tell us how that kind of like affected you, you know, being with a man like that.
Well, a child that been molested, that was me, very sexual now. And we're going to keep it real all the way to the end. Once I start seeing what he was doing, not coming home, and you know, things like that, you know what? Making money, making big money, like I told you with these Colombians and all this stuff. And doing what he want to do. And I'm hanging with women that been out there because I'm like the little spring chicken compared to them. So, you know, they showing me like, you know, some women, not all of them. Don't get so upset, do your thing. Right. But I get wild with it, you know? And this is just true. And Walt and me, I think Walt really loved me, you know. I can't say that. I think he really, I know he did because at the end, you know, how he felt about me. He had a feeling for me like open more up. You know, I know his darkest secrets, you know. We used to really talk through all the chaos, but he had he had a love for me at the end all the way, you know, because I knew this, you know, through, you know, him, we divorced and he with another girl, the one that was messing around with him, you know, he have a baby and stuff like that. And that was just too much to calling and all that, but he still had this thing for me.
I know he had to.
Yeah, you know, and I'm gonna say it. Whoever he was with,
right?
He had
you
this
was that
thing.
one.
He maybe he didn't want the guys to know once I got wild, you know, because you know if you cross the line, it's a totally disrespect.
Right, exactly.
You know, but he had this thing for me. And I know he did through relationships, and we're gonna get into all that, but the money spending and I done been everywhere. I done been around so many celebrities, and I actually have dated a celebrity, and I'm not gonna say who he is, but he was a known basketball player. I'm not talking about little dating, you know. We dated.
Yeah.
And
it was popping and hopping.
it was popping and hopping, but learning from all this, it's a lot of sadness. It's a lot of things that when you're going through things like this and this lifestyle that I hear people say I did the time and I did it standing on my head. Let's be for real, you know. Who want to be locked up in a cage? You know what I'm saying? For real. Yeah. And that's why I named it This Is the Real Deal, because we want people to know the truth of what comes with it. And it's a lot of sadness, covering up pain or scars, and don't want people to know what's really going on. Use of drugs, all kind of things, and mental illness, all kind of depression. Too young to be in this lifestyle, but some of us and a lot of us put ourselves in these situations, and when you step in it, you're gonna have to be able to wear the big shoes.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
That's right.
So at the end of the day, Miss Selena Turner, the author of The Real Deal.
This is the real deal. And stop talking about Walt wasn't no boss. You know good and well he was a boss. Come on now.
Right.
Come on now. You know,
I know
recruit. I
yeah,
can't
that.
just keep naming everything, but that'll
Right.
come with
We
a
got
movie
to.
and everything like that. Come on, you gotta give him credit. And
Right.
he had these three friends, you know, three friends. They was into the con guy, and they was big and heavy in it. And just a life like I never seen before.
Right.
Anything I wanted was mine.
Yeah.
I didn't have to ask
Right.
him. I just go. His money was my money.
Right.
And but it comes with a lot. And like I said, Walt was a boss. He had an underwear factory going on with a guy named Dwight Williams. I'm gonna say it on here. And when he came around, he taught Walt about legal things to do. And he started an underwear business that used to be in Kmart's and things, stores like that, but it had a white man on the box. It was called Push. And we would go in Jamaica all the time, but at the same time, these connects with these Colombias, it was a lot of money going on. I remember one time I went to the airport when the guys was going to ride, walk, you know, we had big money going on. And, you know, back then you wore the stockings and we put 30,000 on and put the dresses on and we fly on over there and the other guys got 100 and some thousand and we got to get the plug. Yeah.
Ain't that something?
You know, that's
Man.
deep, you know, like,
Real
you
deep.
know, for
To live through that, to survive,
Yeah,
not be in prison for the rest of your life,
Mm-hmm.
not be a drug addict, you know, all those things that you survive from,
Right.
going through the life, even though, part of it felt hella good. You know what I'm saying?
and now
You know what I'm saying?
I wanna jump the script
Mm-hmm.
to you going away. How long was you going away?
Okay, so now, you know, me and Walt, you know, we divorced. Can't, you know, everything, you know, we got a lot of stuff that you need to see or hear one day. But me and Walt divorced. Walt went away. He went to prison. And at that time, we were secretly separated. And I'm out there doing my thing. They telling him, but we're not really together no more, you know. But he didn't want nobody to know that I didn't want to be with him at the time. You know, it was just too much and too much on my end, let's say. But he did time. He did a lot of time. He did about 5 years.
Yeah.
He did about 5 years and came home. By that time, Walter Turner. His name is Walter Turner. By that time, I met a guy named Sterling Talley. He was a number man. You know, we wasn't together or nothing like that no more. He had a child. I made sure I seen the child and everything, but yes, I made a number man.
So you stayed in that lane though, even though you had
Yeah, and the funny part, you gotta remember, we talking about a younger woman back in the day. You know, and I'm telling the story like I'm talking about somebody else.
Right.
That's how good God is.
Right,
to make
exactly.
you feel
Right.
like
Y'all
this. Because
say that.
sometimes I be like,
This is
damn.
my life. That was my
Yeah,
life.
you know, I was married to
Right.
Black Wall,
Right.
the band Sable, not me,
Right.
Sable,
Yeah.
Cole's going to all the fights and he
Right.
getting money and
Right.
Black Wall getting money, like I said,
Right.
and I'm on his shoulder, and you know the fine thing on his shoulder, you know.
Right.
But that don't keep a man where he's supposed to be.
Right.
Once somebody tell you who they are,
Believe them.
That's who they are.
Believe them. That's what my cousin always say. Once somebody tell you who they are, believe them. Don't
That's
think
it,
they
you know.
lie
That's it.
about who they are.
That's
they tell
it.
you who they are. Don't think you can change who they are. Once they tell you who they are, that's it.
Yeah,
You
right.
can go with the flow, or hey, do whatever you want to do.
So since you were saying that, but I actually thought the numbers was I was doing something better by not being in the drug game. Actually,
No, the light. Your light went out.
my light.
Gotta plug it back up in the back.
How you do that?
It's a plug back there.
I can't remember. Yeah, I can't.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so what I'm saying, I actually thought the way I met Sterling Talley, oh my God. He was 24 years older than me.
Wow. Snap.
But I'm like 30. This is, I'm 30.
Right.
I'm a grown woman. He's
Right.
50 some years old.
Yeah.
And walk down, and me and the kids living, and I meet a number man.
Mhm.
And when I say numbers, we saying 3 and 4 digit numbers that you play at the store, like you play at the store. But he
Right.
ran Detroit and Ohio, and his limit was $20 straight on the 4 digit. That's 100,000.
Wow.
And he liked me right away.
Yeah.
That's a man that I actually moved with my kids.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we moved around the corner, but a bigger house with swimming pool, grilling gas, changing rooms in the back, and
Yeah.
blenders, remote control buttons that you hit under your top in your kitchen. You push buttons and it flip over back then to turn into blenders to blend cakes and stuff. Shit.
He was living.
Yeah,
Right.
and it just
Right.
this girl. Yeah, how long we have here? Cause this
Well, at 9 o'clock we're gonna shut it down.
okay, we
But
gonna
you
shut.
will be back on
Yeah,
part 2.
part 2.
Yeah.
We going all the way. It might go to part 4. Might go to part 10.
Yeah, because this
We gonna
is
set it
deep.
off.
Because Walt coming back out of prison too. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah, he coming back after the
Walk come to get that.
No, he not doing that. But he interrupted. He interrupted.
What mad?
So what? So
What?
what? So what we doing? What time is it? Like,
It's going on 9
It's
o'clock.
kind
We
of
gotta
like
Okay,
we
finish.
so
play.
let's do a final note from Selena
Mm.
Turner about the real deal, and just give us, like a overall, your thoughts, and
Okay, I'm gonna tell you
where to find the book.
and we out
Yeah.
here
Yeah,
find the
okay.
book.
It's called This Is the Real Deal. It's on Amazon. You have to look up books by Selena Turner. Or you can email me at SelenaTurner2023 at gmail.com. I had books. I left the books and all that. That's why we're not showing the books. But I have to say this. It's a roller coaster. And I said I wasn't going to cry.
Let it rip. Let it rip. This
That's
is my
right.
show. You can cry. You can.
Yeah,
You
it's
can.
all
All
right.
that.
It's all right. For real, for real.
I cried, John.
It's
I'm
all
gonna tell you,
right.
I cried.
And I have to say, moving too fast in your life, young age, finding out this, it's something going on. You're not normal. And to take on the street life at a young age in the 12th grade, find out my mother and them were cousins. And, being molested is a lot. Still bothers me. I didn't know I was going to break out.
That's okay.
God bless.
You all right. Let it out. You don't feel
The
good
people,
tonight.
and the rush to cover up things, but the money and stuff you do it for them. I would have to tell people, we're going to get into, who Walt was, a boss. He was a boss. He was a man that's super sharp. He loved women. We will be getting to the rest because it's way deeper than this. And Sterling, the number man. I think I'm meeting narcissists, not Walter Turner. I'm meeting narcissists. I'm drawing narcissists in my life. And I have to say this. Pay attention to your kids. All kids, because you don't want to ride on this roller coaster because it's very deep. And once it go down, you know, some of us falling off of it, and it's no return. It's deaths, all kind of things, and this is just not the way to go. It comes with knowing your worth and getting over things. Maybe seeing psychiatrists at a young age or older to heal. Because I believe I'm healed, but it's something still triggering it. I know for a fact I was in love with Walter. You know, I was really in love. But the drugs and things like that it went on around, but it's not healthy. And knowing Walt was a big player, everybody loved him, you know, and things like that. But you don't live in a house with what's really going on. People look on the outside, and we have to say that
It's good.
never want to be no one until you really walk in their shoes.
Say that.
That's what I'm saying. You see what you want, but do you know that people have to go through a lot?
All right. The grass ain't always greener.
That's right.
I want to say to you, man, like,
I'm sorry.
that's okay. You know, you're supposed to cry.
Yeah.
I want to say to you that I know from your point of view, it hurt,
Mm-hmm.
but it's gonna get better. It's gonna get easier, and I think this where it started. You know, when you talking about it now, the world finna see this.
Yeah.
Ain't no more covering it up with no alcohol. I'm not saying you was drunk. I'm just saying a lot of people cover up with drinking and
I did that.
smoke a pack of cigarettes in 2 minutes. Be like, damn.
Right.
And I'm just saying, you know, now the world is finna see this.
Yeah, they gonna
So
say.
you have to take this and use it to the best, to come up, to stay up, to keep a smile. You will be back here next Sunday, I promise you.
Okay.
And we don't we cause this listen, I know it's some more. If I
You
tell you
say
a duck
more.
can pull a truck, hook it up. And we finna hook it up next Sunday, cause this ain't it. And I want you to cry. I want you to let your tears out. Like when I first met you, I told you the other day when you got in touch, you should have been called. You know, life is what we make it. You know what I'm saying? When I first started this, people didn't believe me, but I didn't give up. You know what I'm saying? When I first met Jazzy, she'd tell you, man, listen, I was boxing to get to this shit where I'm at now. So you have to box it, close it up, tape it, and work with it.
That's true.
Because the world finna see this, and you'll be surprised how many people reach out to you through your Facebook and your Instagram.
That's
Because people want to hear the truth.
yes.
That's why it's good to have a book when you make a movie, because the book gonna sell before the movie though.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I'm behind you, Jazz behind you, Rock behind you.
Yeah, jazz started, you know. That's yeah, no.
And
Jazz over there now. That's
I
my
just want
girl.
to say, I just thank you for being authentic, giving the world, the real deal, showing people that you can be a survivor, you can go through things and you can still come out on top. You can be able to tell everybody your story and help somebody else along the way because there's so many people who, done been through, a lot of things like you, who afraid, who still holding back, who still, in that shell, who still embarrassed, who still holding secrets, and just going on with life and just recycling that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so glad you had the strength to come forward, even to write a whole book about it, to let people know your secrets, your downfalls, your pitfalls, and how you still here today, raising your kids and doing well and looking beautiful.
Thank
You know
you.
what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about, the real deal.
Yes.
and I want you to say something. And I want you to look at these cameras and I want you to, what would you tell a young girl 15, 6? Well, we don't go down a little for all of them fast now. Shit. We'll go from 12 up now. What would you say to them when it comes to these men?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to give these young girls something to really take in their heart where they can use and they can block the man issue out. Not saying that when they can't do it when they get a little older, but at that age, what can you drop on?
What I could tell a person, I don't know what situations I'm talking to young girls, young men also, but young girls, At an early age, no matter what you go through, you have to know that getting in a situation real young with somebody that's old enough to be your father or just older, that don't heal what you're going through. Sometimes it adds a lot of chaos because we not mature enough to deal with older men. We talk the talk, but we can't walk the walk. So I would say to you, if you need healing or you really in your room going through something, let somebody know instead of chasing a father figure and end up in a world of trouble. This is not the way to go. It comes with a lot of chaos. It comes with a lot. It look good on the outside, but it's a lot that comes with it. And we put ourselves in these situations because we young. We want to be known and all this. It covers up stuff. But I would tell a young girl, stay in school, go to college, and get your life together.
Amen. For real.
Listen, this Bird
That.
on Bird Talk TV, my podcast show, and I tell my young men and my young women, you got to keep praying your life. You got to stay strong. You got to stay forth in everything you do. Don't lie to your mom. Don't lie to your sister. Don't lie to your brother. Because see, people see stuff that you don't see. And like she said, when you got that blindfold on, you'll fall for anything. If you don't stay true and positive to yourself, God sees it all. I promise you that.
That's true.
When you think you sneaking in, climbing out windows and getting cocked out, listen, I'm gonna get you. I had a cousin. You know them cockabug things that be all on your clothes. Yeah. She snuck out the house one time, right? And I'm like, dang, cause everybody looking for her. And this go back when you be saying that sneaking. She had cockabugs all on her legs and socks. I know you just wasn't in there when I looked in there.
That's true.
Right.
Grandma, she ain't in there. So I left it alone. I ain't saying nothing because I know you use them crates to get out that window and cook them cockabugs. But what I'm saying is that you have to be strong to know what you're getting into, especially nowadays. Because there you will be over in China somewhere talking about, damn, why I put myself, what they call it?
Traffic.
The sex trap.
Traffic, y'all know that.
And that's what she
Yeah.
do.
They,
Yeah.
so I
Yes.
tell these young men and young women, don't look at the material, baby. Look at what's in your heart. Look at what your mother, your brother, your sister are telling you.
Yes.
That's why so many young men is killed in penitentiary. 16, 17, never finna come home. A lot of these young women in penitentiary.
Oh yeah.
Never finna come home because they've been misled by the man.
That's true.
Take this package over here. Take this over there. And it can be your first time, that'll be the last time because you're gone.
Yeah.
So you cannot put your, can I say it?
What?
You can't put your I'm gonna say it like you cannot put your body in front of a man because that's all they look at.
That's true.
That's true.
And once he gets you, I can't use it that part, but y'all can. Once a man get you, why do you feel? What? Explain that to me. I want you because I can't say because I'm a man. I want to hear from y'all point of view.
Because when you a young girl and you dealing with and you in that lane, and when you start dating, when you start dating as a young woman and you start being sexually active, you like, in your mind, you at this another level. Now you this woman, now nobody can't tell you what to do, so you step into this whole level of consciousness that's really not true just because you're sexually active. And that's what one thing that women gotta understand as young women, just because you're sexually active don't mean you matured. Don't mean you know anything you should know. Because you laid down with somebody and he took your body, doesn't mean when you woke up you were smarter than you was when you laid down. believe that. But that's something. That's what how women. That's how we move though. That's how we. Our mothers can't tell us nothing no more. Once we done laid down with a man, even though they just told us we could do something yesterday. But we just laid down with a man last night. Now we all crazy in the head.
Did you
You know
get
what
it?
I'm
Did you
saying?
get a
But
Social Security number?
oh, who's so
No,
security
I'm
number?
saying like the average girl. I'm just saying they
Right?
get
No,
this,
you ain't getting no
and they
social
don't know
security
that you
number.
got a Social Security number. They
No,
lay
you ain't
down with
getting
them.
nothing. You
They
ain't
don't
getting
even know.
nothing.
They don't even know where he stayed. Don't even know who the
Hey,
mama
I
is.
ain't even know my baby daddy. My first baby daddy. He told me he was 21, but he was actually 24. And
he got you, Jazz.
He got me at 16,
He
15,
got you. He got you.
16.
He got you around.
He didn't even have to do too much. He didn't have to do a lot.
What
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because he was so more mature than me, and it was just how he said it, and he said it more different than the 15 to 16-year-old.
Right, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't even have to do a lot. He didn't have to do a lot, but he was just like,
she
look,
said,
I'm gonna teach you how to drive.
It was smooth. It was
just
smooth.
smooth. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. That's
It was
true.
like, bam, bam, I got her. You know what I'm saying? It was like, bam, I got her. That's what I'm saying. Stay in your lane. Women, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. I know, just stay in your lane. As far as you were saying about being sneaky, when you being sneaky,
you get the
so many things can happen. So many
That's
people
true.
get caught up in so much stuff, and then people don't know where you at.
That's
When
true.
you sneaking off out the house, I'm just saying. I know I sound like an old baddie. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
but-
But I'm saying when you sneak out the house and your people don't know where you at these days, man, so many things can go wrong.
That's good. Those days too.
Yeah, you know what I'm
10
saying?
minutes, Rock. 10 minutes,
It's all,
Rock. 10
it's
minutes.
all
For
the
real,
same.
for real, for real, for real.
We just getting started, people. We really
Right.
have
Listen, this gonna be a good show because we ain't done. But I want to say this, and man, you hit on this the other day, and I think me and you talked about this a while ago. I'm just gonna say it like a lot of guys that's young, they chase older women out because you say when you be out, them little young tenderoni be trying to throw that red out there to you, right?
Yeah, I'm 61 years old. I don't get no action from me in my ass. I mean, really, not really. It's the younger man. When I say younger, I'm saying like 45 to me.
Okay. Okay.
45, 50, because I'm 61.
Mm-hmm.
But, I'm ready to go on a date. Here we go. I am kind of.
Ain't no wrong with dating no 45 years old.
Right now I
Ain't
have.
no wrong with that.
I'm not looking though.
But listen, I told her this.
No, I ain't looking right now.
But I did tell her this, and she said it was all right, Jazz. This for you too, Rock. I say when she told me that, I say, well, look, while we got you on the show, see, can we match you up with somebody? That's
who the hell? What the hell?
That's on her level. That's not.
And who you got?
Oh my God, that's okay.
Y'all hear that? Now we doing matchmaker on the birds.
Because she's a good woman.
Yeah.
She's about her business. She out here feeding the home, and I'm quite sure any woman that's outside feeding the world, that's a good woman. Yeah. I promise you. I promise you.
I'm a good woman now.
And
but I don't want.
It don't have to be no. It can just be somebody that you can go bowling with, just to get out, you know what I'm saying? Because you're growing in this industry. You're growing in this industry. You don't want to be at home patty caking your finger like, dang, looking at everybody riding past. You want to be downtown too. You want to be in a vet with somebody 69, 99, driving you around in a vet. And he, old man, baby, you driving, I'm tired. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to be around nobody talking they time.
No, I'm just saying.
I got too much energy. Let's close this right now. So, I like older, but don't be talking about you tired.
Right, that 1 foot in the grave.
Yeah.
No, you take the wheel, baby. I'm tired driving you around Detroit now. But I'm serious though, like, we here for our people, man,
Yes,
and we just want to keep showing love in Detroit. And this gonna get deep. as we keep
Real deal.
as we keep going.
Get that book, the real
The real
deal.
deal.
Man, this about to get deep. A lot of stuff wasn't in the, I mean, this gonna get deep, you know.
You know, all I can say is just get your popcorn and tighten your shoes up and get in a good seat because we finna work this crowd and we finna make it do what it do. Part two will be coming up next week, next Sunday, if God's willing, with us, same crew here again. And this what I reason why I say because I wanted our attention on you today.
Okay.
And that's why I said no. Because when you got everybody else trying to jump up here, you don't want nobody taking your shine. See, look all look at see, that you getting your shine.
That's right.
That's your shine. When you got people doing that, that's your shine. So now we gonna have you back next Sunday, part
Next
two.
Sunday, part two.
Get
This
it
was
in.
deep, a tear.
Real
You know.
talk.
It was deep.
The real deal.
The real deal.
With
this is the real
this
deal.
is the real
by
deal.
Selena Turner.
We love her. We push behind her.
Yes, we do.
And we finna keep on going. Thank Jazzy for coming in and sharing the stage with me. Thank my camera guy, Rock Wilson. All of us will be back here at the same time. And I just want to say to you, keep doing what you're doing, keep pushing it. And now we don't get there. You know, it's so much going on, and it's the best time to get it because it's cold. We can sit back and we can come up with a lot of things, and we'll make it happen. And I just want to say to Facebook, Detroit, and all over the universe, keep God first. Talk about it before you do it. Put it on before you throw it away. And love yourself and love God's people. All is well. Let us get it in. Bird talk.
All right.
Let's get it in.
Oh.
See y'all next week.
Next
Peace
week.
out.
Oh, Chad, you want to say something before we close out?
Y'all know what? Follow Jazzy No Nonsense. The power. That's it.
All right,
Thank y'all for tuning in.
All right.
Say the last little part, baby.
All right, thank you for coming on here. I am the real deal from This Is the Real Deal on Adams God. Thank you for sharing it. And I want to say that, you know, you never know no one's story until they open their mouth. And I hope people learn from my story. This is the real deal.
Love y'all. Bird talk.
All right,
Thank
coming
y'all.
back. They got to clean it up.